This is John Waterhouse. Thank you for joining me for some weekday wisdom. My question for you today is, can being wise make you a better friend? Can being wise make you a better friend? And to answer that question, I have a story. It's a cute little story about two rabbits. Their names are Wanda, who is known to be wise, and Frederick, who has a tendency at times to be foolish. One day, these two were spending time exploring a nearby field. Wanda and Frederick were good friends and enjoyed one another's company. As they hopped around the field, they came upon two carrots growing close together. One of the carrots had a large group of leaves sprouting out of its top, and the other didn't have many leaves at all, and they were small. Frederick was excited and ran up to the carrot with all the large leaves and said, "I'll have this one," he proudly exclaimed, and proceeded to extract it from the ground. Wanda replied, "Okay," and pulled out the other carrot from the ground, which turned out to be a much bigger carrot than the one Frederick had chosen. Frederick was surprised and asked, "How could this possibly be?" Wanda looked at her friend and replied, "You can't always judge a carrot by its leaves." Frederick just shook his head, and both rabbits continued eating their respective carrots. As their journey continued, they came upon another pair of carrots, again with differing size leaves. This time, Frederick allowed his friend to pick first. Wanda said, "Well, thank you," and she hopped over to inspect each carrot. She sniffed them carefully, and to Frederick's surprise, she chose the carrot with the larger leaves. As they each extracted their carrots from the ground, Frederick was perplexed to see that his carrot was again smaller than Wanda's. "I thought you said the small leaves meant that you would get a larger carrot." She said, "No, I said don't judge a carrot by its leaves. It's also important to remember to think before you choose." Frederick nodded, and they ate their carrots before continuing their journey. After a while, for the third time, Wanda and Frederick came upon two carrots, again with differing size leaves. Frederick looked confused and didn't know what to do. Wanda indicated that he could choose which carrot he wanted to eat. So Frederick pretended to inspect each carrot, but he didn't really know what he was looking for or what to do. He concluded that he just wasn't as smart as his friend and looked to Wanda with a bewildered expression on his face. Wanda smiled warmly and hopped over to the carrots. She inspected them and pulled one out. And Frederick shrugged his shoulders and went to the other one before he was interrupted by his friend. "No, Frederick, this carrot is for you," she said. "But you made the choice, and I'm sure it's the bigger one of the two." "I don't know how to do this. I guess you're just wiser than me." Wanda smiled at him and said, "Frederick, there's no point in having wisdom if you're not willing to share the benefits of it with others. You're my friend, and I want you to have this carrot." A rabbit with a full stomach, but no friends, wouldn't be all that wise, would she? "I guess you're right," Frederick replied, as he was already munching away on that carrot that she had given him. The point of this story for me is that valuing friendship is a very wise thing to do. And when we are kind to our friends, when we are generous with our friends, we have more of them. So having friends is a smart thing to do, and it doesn't matter who's smarter or who's better or who is doing something that is helpful. Friendship is friendship, and it all has value. So why not reach out to a friend today? Say something kind to them. Tell them why they're important to you. It might just make their day better, and if it does, it'll make your day better as well. And with that, have a fantastic day.